Hey guys, it's Chris here, Super John Bombo, and I have to talk about something sort of negative for the next like 10-15 minutes or so. It's something that I really don't want to talk about. I even thought about for a long time. Should I make this video? Should I wait? And eventually, I got really tired, and I'm like, all right, screw it. Let's just make this video. Um, you might notice that I'm not super bubbly and happy about making this video. It's because I'm not actually excited to make this video. When I play balloons, I'm having fun, I'm having a good time, I get to make up some strategies and stuff, and it's overall a good time. But this video is not really a good time. It's talking about all the negative things that happened to me in the past year or so. Most specifically, negative things about YouTube. So before I get there, though, I have to say that I have to actually say thank you to YouTube. 3 years ago, 5 years ago, even further than that, whenever I started YouTube, never, ever, ever thought that it would turn out like this. I, you know, I was always the loser in high school, in middle school. I was always the loser, the nerdy guy who just sits in the corner and just minds his own business. I was so shy. I didn't have any friends, and YouTube was one of the ways that I could kind of, you know, have people hear my opinion, hear my voice. So it was kind of crazy when I was first getting my first 100 views, my first 1,000 views, and now I'm not even just at 1,000, not 10,000, 100,000. I'm getting millions of views every month, and I never thought that was possible in any way, shape, or form. So first of all, thank you to YouTube for just allowing me to have a way to voice my opinion to the world. And on top of that, not only just being able to voice my opinion, but also to be able to make a living while doing that. That's kind of ridiculous to me. Now, if you guys don't know how YouTube works, like basically you put videos on, you click monetize, and then bam, they do everything for you. Everything on their end, just bam, just bloop, and you somehow just get a paycheck in the end. So, YouTube, making that happen is just straight up ridiculous, and I just want to say thank you to YouTube for that. Um, Beyond that, though, I feel like the stuff they've been doing in the past year or so has been really negatively affecting a lot of YouTubers, including myself. And I feel like I want to tell you guys my story, my personal story about how this has been going down and what's been going on. Because you know, I, I know not everybody's going to watch this video, but for the few people that do, I just want to make sure you guys understand, you know, kind of how it's been impacting my life, I suppose. So I think the best way to understand this is by telling you guys a story. So I'm going to tell you guys the story of 2017 all the way up until now. It is currently January 9th at 12:23 a.m. Yep, it's late at night, and I decided to make this video because that's just the way I am. I'm a weirdo. So nonetheless, let's get started. In 2017, in January and February, everybody knows, every normal YouTuber knows that January and February really sucks for advertising revenue. It just sucks. All right. Also, I just want to point out real quick that all this talk is going to be all about money. Okay, and that might be a sore subject for some people, but I just have to tell you guys. All right. So in January, February, you don't normally make a lot of money. You make probably 50%, maybe 33% of what you would normally make in like the rest of the year. So you plan for that though. It's like the usual. You just know January and February is going to suck. So you're like, all right, we'll plan for it. In March and April, we'll start picking it up a little bit and do a little bit better. Awesome. But the problem was in 2017, in March, when it's supposed to get better, Adpocalypse happened. No! Oh crap, Adpocalypse. If you guys know what Adpocalypse is, I'm going to explain it real quick because I feel like it's important to understand what happens. Now, basically, back in 2016 and the beginning of 2017, advertisers could not pick what videos their ads went on, and that is actually sort of a bad system because obviously on YouTube there can be a lot of sort of weird content, maybe even bad content, extremist content, um, kind of all over the place. And some advertisers they got kind of upset that their ads were getting placed on videos that totally didn't align with what their product was all about. And so like I said, this makes sense that advertisers are getting kind of angry about this. So it could have been just like an extremist video or yeah, whatever. It can be anything. But what happened was the problem is where do you draw the line? Where is it really like it's an extremist video? It's a bad video. This can't be advertiser friendly. Um, Where do you draw that line? And that's the real hard part for for uh, for me to understand, and I feel like it might be kind of hard for YouTube to get a grasp on as well. So it started off like where they're just like, well, now we're just going to kind of just be like, oh crap, we're not going to do very much of anything for right now, and all the advertisers just pulled out. They all just left. They're like, oh crap, screw YouTube, whatever. We don't want to deal with this. So for a while, it was just like, well, in March and April and May, it was like the money didn't go up. It actually went like down from January and February. You're like, oh crap, like this is even worse. So obviously that's really upsetting. Eventually, YouTube finally decided to come out with some rules, and they're like, all right, this is what we're going to do, guys. We're going to make it so advertisers do get to pick what you know what videos their ads go on, and that is kind of a good thing, I guess. Like I said, you want to stay away from that extremist, kind of crazy, nasty content. Like, obviously, you don't want to watch a burrito. You don't want to watch a burrito advertisement and then see somebody slice open a pus bubble and have pus blow out. That's not really aligning correctly with their product, I would say. So, or even crazier stuff where even crazier extremist content where somebody hurts an animal or something like that. Obviously, you don't want to be related to that in any way. Or an advertiser doesn't want to be related to that in any way, and I obviously would not want to be related to that in any way either. Makes sense. Screw animal abusers. So eventually they decided, okay, well, the problem is, where do you draw the line again? And they were like, well, okay, well, we've got to keep going down the line, from the extremist content all the way down. Eventually they got down to the point like they're like video games, like, ooh, rated M for mature, 17 plus, like that's not advertiser friendly technically. And they're like, okay, well, now we can't even advertise on M-rated video games. And this, like, for people who had like channels based totally on Call of Duty or something like that, like this totally blew them out of the water. Like, it goes from making a decent amount of money, a reasonable living, to like nothing. All right, and that just plain sucks. So I feel really bad for them. For me, for a little while, it didn't really hurt me all that much, more than Adpocalypse did already. Fast forward to about September or so, and I first started to notice some of my videos got flagged as unfriendly for advertisers. And I was like, oh, what's going on with this? Like, okay, well, maybe like one video a week or so would get flagged as unsafe. Now the nice thing is YouTube has these ways to fight it. So you can just say, well, you know what, my video is advertiser friendly. Click a button. Click I confirm that this video is advertiser friendly. Click that button, and then they're going to have a human go watch that video and decide if it's advertiser friendly or not. That's a pretty, crazy system, but it seems like it works. You have a way to fight back if your video is actually friendly. The only issue with this is that sometimes having that human go and check that video can take a day or even 2 days. Maybe even, I heard people saying even longer than that for some smaller videos. That's just, for me, it was like a day or two to actually get it approved. And if you guys know anything about, how many views people normally get on your videos, you can look at all the analytics and everything. Within the first, day or two, you get like 85 to like 90% of the views you normally would get on that video. So when you're losing out on 85 to 90% of the revenue that your video would normally make, that like really freaking sucks. All right. Now, for me, it was like one video a week, maybe 2 videos a week. I make like 14 videos a week. I make a lot of videos. It really didn't hurt me all that bad. It sucked, but it really didn't hurt me all that bad. I was already having a bad year. Around October or so, they're like, we're going to update the algorithm, Chris. We're going to make it even better. And I'm like, nice. We're going to make it so my videos don't get flagged anymore. Now, if you guys don't know, I make videos about balloons content, which is I would say it's probably PG, rated PG. I think it's an E for everyone type game. You have little baby cartoon monkeys popping balloons all day. No blood, no nothing. You kill balloons, inanimate objects. I call it killing balloons because it sounds more intense, but realistically, maybe that's why I say kill too much or something. I don't know. Maybe that's why the algorithm's flagging me. I don't know why. But yeah. So this algorithm that supposedly was flagging like one of my videos every once in a while, now went to flagging like even more of my videos, maybe 50 to 75% of my videos, and I was like, oh man, what's up with this? Like, why is that happening? And I got really upset, obviously. I'm like, why is it flagging every single video? So every single one of my videos, I have to go and I have to re-say that my video is monetizable, and I want to fight against this. And eventually, a little bit further on, I think they updated the algorithm again or something like that. They're probably a fairly continuous project. They said that basically every single one of my videos so far has been flagged as unfriendly. So out of probably 150 videos or so that I've made in the past like 3 months, 4 months, um, I'd say probably about 130 of them got flagged as unsafe, and 100 and all but one got approved as safe for advertisers after I fought against it. So where I'm at like a 99.4% approval rate on safe for advertisers. The one video that didn't get flagged as safe for advertisers, by the way, was one where in the title I said F star number sign K this strategy, and I never swear in my videos, by the way. I don't. I don't say anything bad. I think the worst things that I say are titty sprinkles and suck my balls. Those are probably the worst things that I say, and yeah, I mean, they're not super duper friendly or anything like that, but they're definitely not terrible. I don't swear or anything. I don't talk about anything really all that negative or controversial or anything like that. Just a fairly average video in general, I suppose. So, anyways, yeah, pretty much every single one of my videos these days is getting flagged as unsafe for advertisers. Now, all the way up until today, when I decided to make this video, because I saw that the 3 videos that I uploaded all got, of course, unsafe for advertisers, and I had to pop that thing up there. Even crazier, another problem that I noticed is that the robot or the algorithm did not flag my videos as unsafe right away. I would look at my video, I'd watch it, right when it gets uploaded, and I'd check on it, and I look at the comments, the first comments, see if there's anything wrong with the video or anything like that. And for the first hour or so, I'm like, it's good, we're all set, let's get on out of here, let's do something else, make some more videos or whatever. And come back in a couple hours, and that's when it says, is unsafe for advertisers. So I basically have to be very, very vigilant on when they flag my video and say it's unsafe. It's just completely random. It's like a couple hours after, a couple minutes after, maybe even half a day later. It's really random. So being very vigilant is like sort of sad, because I kind of like YouTube, with the ability to just schedule your videos and like kind of work on your videos and just let YouTube run its thing, look at the comments and stuff like that. Like actually having to go back and look at all your videos to make sure that they're actually being monetized is kind of sucks, to be honest. That's not what I want to do. I don't want to have to be super vigilant about it. I want to go interact with my subscribers and stuff. Talk on Discord to them and stuff. But so eventually I kind of got fed up about this. I was like, all right, YouTube, I want to know what's up. So I ended up talking to my YouTube community manager. For anybody who has over like 100,000 YouTube subscribers, they probably have a YouTube manager, whether they know about it or not. I think you can even have one even if you have way less subscribers too. But all they usually do is they talk to you a little bit about ways to optimize your channel. And it's like a way to help out the smaller YouTubers and understanding things that the bigger YouTubers might a little bit better or more efficiently, or do more efficiently. But I ended up messaging the community manager, and I kind of want to talk to him about this. I'm like, yeah, is there any way we could talk about this? So we actually got in a call together. She actually called me on my phone, and we started talking about this. And I was like, I'm sure you've probably heard about this. Is there anything being done to like fix this? And she's like, well, yeah, they're always trying to fix this. They're always continually working on it and stuff like that. I'm like, it makes sense. And I brought up very specifically. I'm like, okay, obviously, 130 of my videos have been flagged. Back then I said about 100 of my videos have been flagged. And then 99 out of 100 have been approved by humans. To me, there's something obviously wrong with the algorithm. If because humans are right, I would say, more than the robot. Something wrong with the algorithm, not something wrong with my videos. And she's like, yep, that's true. There probably is something wrong with the algorithm. We're currently working on it right now. So it's just like all right, that's that, I guess. But then she's like, well, there's other ways to do it. You can put your videos on private instead of putting them on scheduled or something like that. And it was like, you can try and like watch your content a little better. I'm like, well, I don't do anything bad on my videos. What am I even supposed to do? In the end, she gave me a roundabout answer of saying that it's probably the algorithm, probably not my videos, and there's really not much they can do about it. And I was like, okay, that kind of expected something along those lines. It really sucks, but is what it is. So after all of that, I'm trying to be more vigilant about my videos. I'm trying not to even say like suck my balls and titty sprinkles and things like that in my videos anymore. Trying to get unflagged and just not working at all. It's just not working at all, and it makes me just want to like kind of give up on the whole trying to even be safe at all. What's the difference? I don't even know. So after all that, that's my story, guys. I just wanted to say that 2017 was probably the worst year for YouTube for me by far. In terms of making money, in terms of having a good time on YouTube. It's really been putting me off YouTube, and in terms of just being happy with it. One other thing I wanted to point out real quick is that on a video that becomes um, demonetized or unsafe for advertisers, the algorithms, oh, back at it again, make it so your video doesn't show up as much for people who want to watch your videos because YouTube's not making money on that video. They want you to watch something else that's going to make them money. So I feel like that's an even bigger slap to the frickin' face right there. Like come on. Um, Not only we're going to make it unsafe, we're to demonetize your video, we're not even going to let people watch it anymore. And then, videos, the videos on my channel just end up showing in people's feeds less and show up less on the suggested videos on the side and stuff like that. I just feel like it's kind of ridiculous, all right? I really feel like YouTube's kind of fighting that they really care about those multi-million subscriber people, and they really don't care about the middle people or even the smaller people. Now again, I'm like a middleman. I'm somewhere in the middle in YouTube. 360,000 subscribers. That's a lot of freaking people to click that button right there. Millions of views every month. I'm a pretty reasonable sized person, and it just really doesn't seem like they want to help me at all. They don't want to help your average person. They just don't care. They really just don't care uh, about the channel or about my channel, and obviously that's upsetting. And it's really been putting me off YouTube. I just don't really enjoy making videos as much as I used to. Um, for those reasons, it's just like it's not that I'm money hungry or something like that, where I'm like, oh, I really need to make this money, but to have the ability to be able to make a reasonable living, and having YouTube be like squashing you down with rocks, just stomping you down, it's really sad, and obviously makes it's just off-putting, I suppose. I don't know how else to put it. Um, so that's that. And I think the last thing I wanted to say, and this may sound really greedy, this may sound really money hungry, but I have to say it anyways. This is why you guys supporting channels is actually becoming a really big thing. I really wish, I even had a Patreon a while back, and when YouTube started making me a very reasonable living, I'm like, I don't want to steal anybody's money. I don't even want donations. I'm hands off. I'm making enough money to survive. I'm totally good. I deleted my Patreon. I even asked like, how do I delete my Patreon, so I don't have to take money from people. And uh, for a while I was like, I'm totally fine. And now I'm like, well, no, I'm not making enough money on YouTube anymore. I'd rather have the advertisers, these big gigantic companies, Coca-Cola and everything. I'd rather have them, video game companies. I'd rather have them give me the money, so I don't have to have anything from you guys. But it really does matter when you guys support us in those little ways. Those little donations that you guys give us really do matter, quite a bit, and not just for me either. For a lot of the YouTubers, especially the smaller and the middle range YouTubers, it's really going to help them out, and actually supporting them, and making them have a reasonable living, and giving them enough money to make YouTube videos for a living, allowing them to do what they enjoy for a living. It's kind of ridiculous. So there is actually a new thing that YouTube's trying, because they know that they're really sucking it up as far as ads are going. They're trying a new thing where there's I guess a sponsorship, not just for live streams though. You can actually sponsor somebody from their video. So that's probably going to go up or happen in the next few days. I'm going to make a video about that, and how you guys can sponsor my channel. I hate doing this. I really wish that I didn't have to, but I am going to ask you guys, if you want to support my channel, you can sponsor my channel. There are some perks to sponsoring my channel. I'm not taking anything away from the average subscriber. I'm just giving extra things out to the sponsors. So let you guys know more details about that in the next upcoming days. Of course, thank you guys so much for watching, and have a super duper delicious day.